자, 메탈기어 솔리드 세 번째 시간, 팬텀 페인 세 번째 시간. 그라운드 제로를 하고 하니까 더 재미나네. 가봅시다. 아, 설명도 무지하게 길다. 뮬루를 구출했고,
Why are we still here?
베놈 스네이크.
Just to suffer. Every night, I can feel my leg, my arm, even my fingers.
이 두 번째 플레이 때 마지막 장면.
The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you?
아이씨, 이거 자꾸 날고 들고 얘기를 해.
A group above nations, even the US. And I was the parasite below, feeding off Zero's power. They came after you in Cyprus, in Afghanistan. Cypher just keeps growing, swallowing everything in its path, getting bigger and bigger. Who knows how big now? Boss, I'm gonna make him give back our past, take back everything that we've lost, and I won't rest until we do.
Approaching Mother Base.
아유.
Our new Mother Base. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'll make it bigger, better than before.
그래 봐.
Gosh, what should I do? Boss? Tell me. Tell me like you used to.
다이언 이동스. 디디. 에피소드.
Things have changed, boss. We pull in money, recruits, just to combat Cypher. Rubbing our noses in bloody battlefield dirt. All for revenge. The world calls for wet work, and we answer. No greater good. No just cause. Cause. Cypher sent us to hell. But we're going even deeper.
I know. I'm already a demon. Heaven's not my kind of place anyway.
까칠하네.
Dogs of war for 9 whole years. That ends today. Now you're not sleeping, and we're not junkyard hounds. We're diamond dogs. Let them talk. We can crush Cypher, boss. And you can build the army that can do it.
Just one thing, Kaz. This isn't about the past. We're fighting for the future.
자, 뭐란 베이스? 마더 베이스, 불러봐야 되지.
Boss, there's something I want to talk about. Concerns the running of others. Come meet me. You came. This base belongs to you now. Make Diamond Dogs the force it deserves to do. Like any organization, we need good people, and we need to make good use of their talents. Miller asked me to lay that out for you.
뭐야?
Start bringing people in, use this. It's a Fulton recovery device. When you're in the field, use it to extract any soldiers or prisoners you want back here. And we'll see if we can't persuade them to join the ranks of Diamond Dogs. Go on. Test it out on the staff here. Anyone you want. First, put them to sleep. You have a tranquilizer gun, don't you?
It's an honor, boss.
Out like a light. Now approach him and extract him.
접근해서 회수?
Good. Extraction complete. You can only Fulton recover someone if they're not resisting. No dead bodies either. They don't make great recruits. The staff member you just extracted will be assigned to the team best suited to his abilities. See for yourself. Open your iDroid. Select staff management from the mother base menu.
되게 복잡하네.
So that staff member was placed on the R&D team. The R&D team is in charge of developing all kinds of weapons and items that will support you on missions. Take a look at the development list. Select weapons items under the development heading.
연구개발팀, 정렬, 근무지 변경, 직속계약.
What's wrong? Go back to the mother base menu. What's wrong? Go back to the mother base menu. Select weapons items under the development heading. That's the R&D team's development list. See the item called cardboard box? Doesn't seem much use to me, but Miller was adamant that you'd want it on the list. The last word in infiltration technology, or so he said. In any case, we don't have the manpower to develop it just yet. We need more staff on the team. Go extract a few more people. Boss, put the iDroid away for a moment. You can also Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try knocking someone out with CQC next? Show them how it's done, boss. Try throwing someone out. Excellent, boss. Now extract it.
마더베이스로 옮기는 거구나, 이게.
Extraction complete. One thing I should mention. Fulton extraction won't always be successful. If the person is injured, the shock of it could kill them. And if the weather's unfavorable, well, it could end up going missing. You can determine the chance of success by approaching the person you want to extract. If you want to be sure you can get them out, best carry them to the chopper instead. All right, extract the next staff member. Extract it.
Let's do
Use any
this,
method
boss.
you like. Start by knocking him out. If there are multiple adversaries nearby, perform CQC on them in quick succession. This allows you to take them all out before any of them can strike back. Boss, now that we have more people on the R&D team, its level has gone up. They should be able to develop the cardboard box now. Open your iDroid.
Select Weapons Items under the Development heading.
Now select Cardboard Box and start development. Just be aware that development requires funds. GMP. Watch we don't end up in the red.
Development has finished. You can have the support unit supply you with weapons and items you've developed. Think of it as your own personal delivery service.
내려오네, 진짜.
And there it is. Not sure what it's good for, but Miller said you'd know what to do. Try it out. One last thing. The staff members you extracted were all placed on the R&D team, but that was Miller's decision. If you think they belong somewhere else, you're free to move them around. Well, that about does it. You won't make any GMP or find recruits hanging around here. Board the chopper when you're ready for a mission. Open your iDroid and select a landing zone to tell it where to pick you up. Or if you're still in the mood for knocking guys on their asses, you can stay around here a while and give the men some practice. Just come pay me a visit.
뭐지? 모든 수채. 지원팀. 둘러봐야지 왜 이렇게 많았어, 씨. 자, 이 마더 베이스를 한번 쑥 넣어봅시다. 이용이 되는구나. 뭐 아무것도 없나? 고글. 쭉 한 바퀴 둘러보자. 그럼 뭐 갈 수 있는 데는 크게 없네.
Boss, let's practice your CQC.
CQC
Begin by
이
grabbing.
녀석을 잡아.
Once you grab someone, you're free to do as you like. Interrogate him, knock him out, kill him. Scratch that last one for now. Go ahead and knock him out.
Let's do this, boss.
Good. Go on and extract him. Now for fist fighting. Strike an adversary repeatedly to knock him out. He'll stay unconscious for longer than if you throw him. Extract the staff member. Starting to feel like yourself again? The rest will fall into place with some time in the field. Go ahead and call the chopper from your eye drawer.
어딨어, 애들? 세 명. 칼 6명? 뭐, 모든 스타트. 아까 걔네들 날려. 그랬는데, 어디 갔지? 지원팀. 아더베이스. 후방지원. 저건 뭐지? 뭐야? 샤워. 나쁘지 않고.
Gaining altitude.
재밌겠는데? 여기까지가 프롤로그인가? 코나미 다이아몬드 오셀러스 브리핑 블레니스 이동하지 않으면서 CQC 버튼을 연타하는 타격은 최대 5연속 가능. 마지막 공은 상대를 기절시키는 기록은 마취총보다 깁니다. 타격 공격 중에 조준 버튼을 누르고
Boss, I know you haven't been back long, but I prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid. I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
Boss, your mission is to rescue the target Kazuhira Miller, the man you called... Boss, there's something I want to talk about. It concerns the running of Mother Base. This base belongs to you now. Make Diamond Dog...
Farming villages in southern Vahan have been subjected to a strategic bombing campaign the past several weeks. The damage is spreading. It's part of the Soviet Scorched Earth operation aimed at wiping out the guerrillas. The target this time is the commander of a Spetsnaz detachment. He's been key to the operation's success. People say this guy's responsible for annihilating the Mujahideen at Tismasi Laman, the Hamid fighters, overnight. He's a tough, experienced commander. Don't underestimate him. The order from my client in the west is to shoot on sight. They want him out of the picture for good. Sorry, boss. This one's purely business. Wet work. A hit on a commanding officer of the Soviet military. Nothing personal. We're only doing this because it gets us one step closer to our goal. Boss, information warfare is more than just intel gathering. It also means disrupting enemy communications. Your mission is to punch a hole in the comms network between the Soviet outposts. That'll cut off...
Boss, there's something I want to talk about. It concerns the running of Mother Base. This base belongs to you now. Make Diamond Dogs the force it deserves to be. Like any organization, we need good people.
저
And we
옆에
need to make
숫자는
good use
뭐지?
of their talents.
미션을
Miller asked me to
껴서
lay
한
that
번도
out for you.
발등하지 않고
Come meet with me. Miller
미션
could do
완료.
with some rest.
아, 또 미션 과제구나. 오셀롯과 합류 후 불타는 남자가 단 한 번도 공격하지 마요시. 이거 어떻게 해? 공격지. 숟가락. 아프가니스탄. 이거 이제 두 군데 이성. 그래. 이것도 뭐야? 스페셜나트 지휘관 제거하기. 아이씨, 되게 많네. 알프 출력이요? 뭐 아무것도 없는데. 됐고. 세컨드. 쉬워. 서포트 웨폰. 됐고. 아이템. 거기. 풋. 오케이. 바디 선택. 차량? 시민 캐릭터 선택? 이게 멋있지? 캐릭터. 아, 이거 좀. 뭐가 다른 거야? 아이템을 많이 가져갈수록 저기네. 그냥 가봅시다. 뭐야, 강아지야, 진짜. 아침 6시, 저녁 8시. 아침 가자. 용에게 에피소드.
Your target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Deshago Calais and eliminate the target.
사라져라. 뭐야? 아, 담배 하나 피고 가자. 담배를 피면 시간이 빨리 지나가는 건가? 그러네. 아, 담배 하나 피면 이렇게 모래폭풍?
We can use compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment. Take a look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need. Then go find them if you get the chance. It'll keep the staff happy too.
뭐야, 동물. 아따, 복잡하네. 아, 꽤 많다. 14명이요? 하나, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열, 열하나, 열셋. 여기는 연구개발팀. 얘는 지원팀. 영창도 보면은 모든 스타일. 대기실, 율로, 옥살. 뭐 신기한 게 많어. 아, 일단 가보자. (400m) 여기부터 들까? 잠깐만, 저기 불떼기가 있고.
The wormwood, also known as absinthium. That's used to make your phantom cigars.
몇 시간이 지나는 거지? 새벽 8시 계속 쓸 수 있는 거.
Mortar shells travel in a curved trajectory, meaning they hit from up above you.
한 명밖에 없나? 보자. 뭘? 네. 멀리서 저기 했는데 봤어.
He's coming too. Roger that.
아, 이런 거구나.
You gonna extract him?
고정무기.
Those materials have already been processed. It may not be much, but we can use them straight away if you bring them back to base.
여기나 좀 뚫을까? 샬라사스카.
Ocelot. I hear they started calling you Shalashaska in Afghanistan. What's that about? You know the term Sharashka? It's slang for a suspicious, hastily thrown together organization. The word became associated with a type of forced labor facility in the Soviet Gulag system. OKB scientists and engineers who'd been convicted of crimes were sent to a Sharashka for forced R&D. The Sharashkas were supervised by Lavrenti Beria of the NKVD, the secret police, under the official name 4th Special Department.
Forced research? That's not very different from what we do here.
Diamond Dogs is different. Everyone here believes in you. Regardless of where they came from or why they're here, they revere you. And they're fighting because it was their choice.
And if it wasn't, they'd leave?
Who knows? That's our reality here, whether it's real or not. If there's another truth, I don't want to know it. All that matters is that's the concept that's taken shape in their heads. If there's another name, 4th Special Department.
Forced research? That's not very different from what we do here.
Diamond Dogs is different. Everyone here believes in you. Regardless of where they came from or why they're here, they revere you. And they're fighting because it was their choice.
And if it wasn't, they'd leave?
Who knows? That's our reality here, whether it's real or not. If there's another truth, I don't want to know it. All that matters is that's the concept that's taken shape in their heads. The traces of a group ideology, our superstructure, to put it in Marxist terms.
All right. Go on.
Right. So anyway, at some point the enemy started calling me Sharashka. This was after the war in Afghanistan broke out. While I was keeping an eye on you in that hospital, I was also heading up interrogations here. The men I broke gave up their comrades and families, everything they wanted to protect the most. No real cause for it. I just let myself get caught up in the old Russian pride. And suddenly I received the honor of becoming Special Interrogation Advisor to the forced labor camps. But the more men I interrogated, the more people saw me as just that, the interrogator. It helped cover my real objective of keeping you safe.
You went that far for me?
Far enough to keep you alive. I ended up being pretty well known among the Afghan guerrillas. Some of them would have seen me on the battlefield, and that's how I got the second half of the name. Shashka. It's a sword, a type of saber from the Caucasus. Russian dragoons and Cossacks carried them into battle. Now, the Russian Empire had a general by the name of Fyodor Arturovich Keller. His bravery earned him the nickname Russia's Greatest Shashka. Someone must have known about that, because somewhere along the line, Shashka got stuck on the end of Sharashka. The guerrillas were using the name amongst themselves, and by the time I got to hearing about it, pronunciation had wound up as Shalashashka.
So, half gulag, half hero sword. Is a perfect fit.
But you see how rumors and ideas about people can get out of hand fast. Once you create a character and put it out there in public mind, it warps and twists with every baseless rumor. And before you know it, all people see are phantoms. In my case, it works out just fine. I'm plenty used to working under aliases.
So SALT II still hasn't gone into effect?
That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the U.S. and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. The whole deal. Just when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off, somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. The timing couldn't have been worse.
The president was in the middle of the SALT II talks back then.
You mean while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker, and were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike.
Coleman's big idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of.
If that AI, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch.
Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was.
All thanks to you. And her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end...
The time's to find the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand.
I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenoyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America. 1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater. From America, there was David O, or as he was to you, Major Zero. Donald Anderson, a.k.a. Sigint. Dr. Clark, who went by paramedic during the operation. And the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva. And me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. 6 in total. To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish, to make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the Philosopher's Legacy, the secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with the problem. You only recovered half of the legacy. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted.
I still trusted him in those days.
We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project.
Les enfants terribles, Zero called it.
You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintained limited contact, although truth be told, we were just keeping tabs on one another. The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cypher's arteries make the world just one big organism, and that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him. For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow. Cypher is a great beast, and Zero was its spine. But even without him, it's endured, evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital. Cypher's Black Ops Unit, XOF. They learned where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean. Christmas Eve, 1979. The Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims had revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant, only it wasn't. Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through Pakistan. That's why Miller was involved. He was training them near the Zero Line, sponsored by the CIA. The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam. The Soviet troops on the ground want to go home, but at least they have homes to go back to. The Afghans have lost theirs. The Soviets destroy the kishlaks, villages, wherever they can. They burn down homes and fields, fill in wells, turn pastures into minefields. It's created a mass of refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Badal, or revenge. Soviets they've captured have had their hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die at the side of the road, just to show their comrades what they're capable of. Friendlies who come across them can do nothing but put them out of their misery. Then they burn down another village in retaliation. And the cycle of vengeance goes on.
야생동물 어떻게 보호하지? 거기까지? 요 에어리어는 말이야.
Beyond there is outside the mission area.
결국 요 에어리어 안에서만 노는 거구나. 미션을 하게 돼. 아이씨.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
이거부터 지켜야 되겠네. 위치가 나와 있네. 가볼게. 진짜로 있는지. 이거 어떻게 올라가냐 저거는? 어? 저기 어떻게 올라가?
That wild dog pup. He's a tough little guy. Boss, this is no time to be playing with animals. What are you gonna do, boss? Boss, stop!
왜? 개 키우고 싶은데.
Roger that. We'll pick him up.
진짜 여기가 없나? 아니? 없잖아. 아까 뭐였지? 어디서 보는 거였지? 아이씨. 그래. 아니, 아까 어디서, 아까 그, 뭔가? 그래, 이거. 블랙 맘바. 이건 내가 뭐 꺾었나봐. 뭐다, 씨.
That searchlight's manually operated.
Soviet soldier. A lot of them came from Central Asia before, but lately they've been using more and more Russians. Simple, really. There's less hesitation to pull the trigger if they're not fighting their own race. Morbid cynicism, but it gets results. That's humanity for you.
Пожалуйста, не стреляй!
He speaks Russian. What we need is an interpreter. The main principle of intelligence work is intel gathering. But that's a problem if you don't speak the enemy's language. We need a staff member with the interpreter skill to do a simultaneous interpretation. Extract him. Arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep
안녕하신가.
your guard up.
Intelligence work is all about observation and gathering information. Start by using your binoculars to get a
그거
grasp
깨긴
of
해야
your
하는데.
surroundings.
그러니까 나 있는 거부터 깨려고. 아.
That's a shed where they hang their crops to dry. It's a sturdy building. Should be able to take your weight.
이거 못 본다.
Is that him? Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
그라운드 제로는 다 깼어. 짧더라고 걔는. 이거 뭐야? 배터리가 있어가지고 써먹고 그래. 오늘 농구 선행 다운된다고 하던데 맞아. 나 다운로드는 됐어. 근데 그게 이제 스타트 할 수 있는 시간이 나오잖아. 그게 내일이니까 오늘 12시 넘으면 될 것 같아. 눈 보라고 하니까 시야가 완전히 그냥 오래 뽑고 오니까. 장난 아니다. 와, 한 치 앞도 안 보이는구만. 다운로드는 돼. 다운로드는 며칠 전서부터 됐어. 아, 며칠 전이 아니구나. 어제 내가 친구들하고 놀고 있는데 갑자기 다운로드가 걸리면서 되더라고. 원래 그 기존에 K가 예약을 걸어놨겠지? 그래서 보니까 1일하고 며칠, 내가 그 플스 메시지 방에 올려놨는데 1일하고 며칠이니까 오늘 12시 넘으면 될 것 같은데? 우린 예약을 했지, 그란하고. 프리오더 때. 맞고.
That looks like the target.
타겟이나.
Commander of a Spetsnaz detachment. Not the kind of guy you want to go up against.
왜 들어와? 그다. 2017 사고 10번도 안 한 것 같아. 10번도 안 한 것 같아. 2017은 나는 별로였어. 뭐 봤을 때. 근데 18은 형이 해봤거든? 해보고 그거를 봤을 때 괜찮아, 모델링도. 2017 모델링이 진짜 마음에 안 들었거든. 뭔가 애가들이 좀 비정상적인 거 너무 마르고 막 그랬는데 이거는 괜찮은 것 같아. 모델링이. 내비서 하다 보니까 드로닝이 참 아쉽네. 자. 아빠는 오늘 힘든 건 별로 없겠어. 한글이라 확실히 몰입감이 있더라. NBA도. 그게 사실 짭짤한 재미가 그 커리어잖아. 커리어인데 진짜 재밌게. 그거 해봐. 맛배기 나온 거. 그것도 한글이거든. 프롤로그인가? 뭐 그거 있잖아. 그것도 한글이야. 그러는 돈 안 아까운데도. 그러니까 나도 매년 사는 거는 좀 그렇고, 보고 이렇게 괜찮으면 사고, 별로면 안 사고 하는데, 요번에 위닝도 괜찮게 나온 것 같아. 위닝도 좀 땡기긴 하긴 하는데, 너무 많이 사가지고, 이제. 있는 것부터 할 거야. 여기까지야, 그란까지. 그러고 나서는 몬스터 헌터. 쟤까지 어떻게 침투한다? 하드가 이제 진짜, 그러니까 나도 이제 용량이 없어서 지웠어. 그래서 할 게임만 깔아가지고 아, 이게 하나씩 딱 정해놓고 해야 되겠어. 아, 찔끔찔끔하니까 이것도 저것도 못하더라고. 지금 메탈기어 솔리드.
Anti-air radar.
대공 레이더.
Neutralize that, and our choppers can breathe a little easier.
무력화? 지금, other base. 그럼 여기 팀은 몇 명이야? 영창. 쟤를 거기서 산 거 같은데? 쌀 사람들 거기서 산 거 같아. 오! 넌 일로 온 게 실수야.
Подожди, не стреляй!
어, 뭐야? 아이씨. 너 죽이고 말았잖아. 죽이려는 게 아닌데. 총소리 들었다, 씨. 들었다. 아, 이거 뭐야. 잘못 눌렀어. 아. 여기가 그러면 이제. 고전할 됐는데. 아씨. 죽은 시체는 못 보내잖아. 제기라. 자, 좋아. 저렇게 어그를 끌고. 안 오네? 총소리가 들린 건 아닌데 어디서 들리는지 모르는구나. 너무 많은데 이거 어떻게 되냐? 오프라인으로 하고 있는 거죠? 몰라? 온라인으로일걸? 예, 온라인. 온라인하고 오프라인 차이가 뭐냐? 어우 씨. 아, 이게 조작이 가끔 지랄해가지고. 아이씨. 왜 그러냐? 그러냐? 도전! 아, 뭐야. 어쩜 잘못 눌러가지고. 나 온라인인데? 아이, 참, 부작이. 온라인인데, 온라인? 온라인 상태인데? 아이씨. 와, 이거는 미션 다시 리스타트. 이렇게 됩니다네.
Потерял противника. Ищу последней точки соприкосновения. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Будьте начеку и найдите противника. Конец связи.
그래. 우와, 씨.
Support chopper is to extract you and your targets from the area of operations. It'll respond to situations with support fire as needed, and you can use flare grenades to indicate the objective directly.
좋고. 돈이 드는구나. 지금 교전이다, 씨.
КП, СБ-2. Противник скрылся из виду. Начинаю поиск. Прием. Это КП, понял. Опустите каждый угол. Они где-то здесь. Конец связи. Штаб, это КП. Понадеялся огонь.
Looks like the enemy's lost sight of you.
Потеряли
They're
врага.
gonna try to hunt you down.
Поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Прием. This is Pequod. Approaching position. Target acquired. In hot.
I gotta say, it would be a waste to kill him. But putting him to sleep doesn't count as eliminating him. Neither does knocking him out.
아, 씨.
Pequod is in hot. Find cover.
어딜 넘겨. Diamond.
Those are raw diamonds. Collecting them as assets will raise our GMP.
This is Pequod. No targets remaining. Ending attack run and we'll stand by an LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
Target secured. I'll tell the client we sent the target to a place outside of heaven. Boss, your objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. Don't hang around.
아, 어설프겠겠다, 씨.
Mission complete. I know we can do better next time.
이거 다시 해야 되겠다. 미션을 하나하나 이렇게 깨는 방식이네요.
How you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again? Having choppers and horse at your disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers. And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start development as needed.
Ranking shield.
Remember the guys you brought back from the base in Cuba 9 years ago? Believe it or not, some of them survived that hell we went through. Word reached them that Big Boss is back and they wanted in. They're good men, our brothers in fate. They'll be glad to know you've seen them here.
엘리트 소드, 러시아 총잡이.
Prolonged time in the field is bad for the body and mind. I think it's time you took a break. Do it for me. Come back to Mother Base ASAP.
다이아몬드 원석이 좋구만.
Come back! Here's the dog you brought back. Bit of a troublemaker. Not sure about the breed, though. He'll get bigger? Uh-huh. Like this. You know, I can look after him. He's still a pup, so he doesn't listen. have a feeling someday he'll be useful. I suspect you discovered a real diamond in the rough. With a little polish, I'd say we got a true diamond dog on our hands.
DD, right?
DD.
Hostile raising hounds. Fine.
Come on, Dee Dee. Welcome home, boss.
아따 복잡하다.
How you doing, boss?
얘는 뭐지?
Boss.
이건 무슨 거야? 아따 복잡하네. 어휴. 개발팀. 뭐 영창? 왜 영창이야? 아, 스킬이 있네. 트러블메이커.
Thank you for letting me join the ranks, boss. I won't let you down.
개발팀 레벨? 이건 어떻게 보는 거야? 아, 6, 5, 저래. 얘를 보낼까? 아, 참. 여기 좀 시스템을 단약 소음기 전배
Boss, information warfare is more than just intel gathering. It also means disrupting enemy communications. Your mission is to punch a hole in the comms network between the Soviet outposts. Farming villages.
통역해서 러시아어
Thanks for that, boss. Boss, thanks for saving that cute little puppy.
지휘관실은 어디야? 안개부대?
Kaz, what about the unit that attacked us in the mist? You knew something about them.
That wasn't my first run-in with them. It happened right before I was captured by the Soviets. We were on the zero line that day. The Afghan side. On our way back from training Mujahideen at a mountain camp in Kunar province. There's a lot of that work in Afghanistan. Most PF shy...
아, 뭐가 뭔지 아직도 하나도 모르겠네.
Snake.
아, 여기 했던 거예요. 해상 다이아몬드 독스.
Boss, there's something I want to talk about. It concerns the running of Mother Base. Come meet with me. Duquesne, this base belongs to you now. Make Diamond...
By connecting your iDroid to the onboard computer, you turn the chopper into your own Aerial Command Center, or ACC. Some elements of staff assignment and R&D of weapons and items can only be performed from there. Take as long as you need to consider all your options.
통역. 이것도 1200원이야?
side ops list is comprised of problems we need you to resolve. Objectives to be completed, and information gained from the soldiers and prisoners you've extracted. These aren't missions per se, but if you can take care of them when you're free, I'd appreciate it. Many animals in the field. Truth is, an environmental NGO has asked us to remove wild animals from combat zones. If you have the time, can you extract some back here? There's a reward in it for us.
Sun's down already. It goes without saying that darkness is good for infiltration. But your vision will be affected just the same. Keep your guard up, or who knows when you'll bump into an enemy. something of an ancestor to the domesticated. It's also a favorite of wild animals. If you neutralize an enemy without killing him, you can then Fulton extract him. Once we've extracted a soldier, we should be able to get... That's the target. Attach the Fulton recovery device to him. The chopper will then pick him up. A Fulton extraction success rate depends on factors like the individual's health and the weather. He's coming too. Boss, that language specialist you extracted has been very cooperative. Says he's always dreamed of living a free life, like folks in the West. What are the odds, huh? I've gone ahead and placed him in the support unit. His job is Russian interpretation. Now you'll know what Soviet soldiers are saying. You can even interrogate them. Should give you an edge in the mission.
4.15 뭐지? 쉴드 샷건 그리네이드 라이플 많구만. 스피 크기는?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Extract him.
오케이, 여기까지 하고